Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you're here today, and today's topic is going to be Indifference Makes the Difference. I have been rereading Be the Asshole That Women Can't Resist. I think that's it. Of course, you think about that and you think, why would a woman want an asshole? Well, when he says asshole, he doesn't mean maybe like the worst asshole you've ever met. What he means is a person that doesn't supplicate to women, a person who doesn't really care if a woman likes him or not. Too many times we go up to a woman and we think, I hope she likes me. How about you reverse that, and the next time you see a hot woman that you approach, you stop and think, I wonder if I'm going to like her. Let's go see. And then approach her with that attitude. Your attitude makes all the difference in the world. Your attitude determines your altitude, especially with women, especially in life. What you believe about yourself is projected out from you. When you walk into a room, walk into that room like you own it. Look around that room. Scan the room like this and see who is there. Slow, calculated, and then back. You project your personality by your body language. There's an aura within us also that is projected out from us. Think about it. Have you ever met someone, maybe you thought they were attractive, but when you got close to them, there was something about them that you didn't like, a feeling that you got from that person. It's the same thing with you. If you can project this feeling of indifference, of not worrying about whether people like you or not, who gives a shit if anybody likes you? Do they pay your bills? Do they brush your teeth? Do they comb your hair? If you do comb. Do they mousse your hair? Think about that. What does it matter? Do you like yourself? That's the most important thing. Self-love. I know for men, well, at least men of my time, when you start talking about self-love, it sounds kind of like a pussy, kind of weak. But the reality is, you need to feel good about yourself before you can actually be indifferent about what a woman thinks about you, or for that matter, what anyone thinks about you. If you don't think well of yourself, how can you expect others to think well of you? And if you're needing someone's approval or attention, they will feel that. You will project that when you walk into a room, when you walk up and talk to people, they will feel that neediness, and that repels people from you. Why do you think you need a woman? Why do you think you need people to like you? You don't need a woman, and you don't need anybody to like you. Now, we want women to like us, and we want people to like us. But it's ironic. You'll find out that when you don't care if women like you or if people like you, they will automatically be drawn to you by you just being yourself. Yes, being yourself does work with women, and it does work with people. But a lot of guys who say that doesn't work are not really being themselves. They're being the nice guy that can't say no, that gives in to all her whims and wishes. Hey, I've done it. I've done it. And let me tell you from experience, from my own experience, and from the experience of other men I've helped, it never ends well. I have a friend I've been working with. He's not a client, he's a friend. And I've been telling him his wife has just been all over his ass. And I've been telling him you need to be the man in the relationship. But he complies with everything she wants to do, etc., etc. And it just keeps getting worse. He tries to make her happy, and that's the same thing. I've done the same thing. When you try to make your woman happy, she gets more miserable because she knows you can't make her happy. But if you make yourself happy and worry about yourself and please yourself, she will become happier. Once again, it's ironic. It seems counterintuitive, but yet that's the way it works. Too many times men go out there and try to get a woman to like them, and it backfires. It just never works. And let me make a point about something else where the indifferent man, opposed to the man who tries to please his woman, far surpasses the compliant man. Sometimes you're with a woman, she's your girlfriend, or maybe you're dating her, and she did something for you. Maybe she gave you some good sex. And man, you really feel good about her, and you were walking through town, and she happened to see a dress in the window that she liked. So you had sex with her, she really pleased you, she treated you good, and not only the sex, but yet she was making you dinner or breakfast. Maybe you spent the night. So the next day you decide you go buy that dress. Maybe it's $100, $200, $500, whatever it is, depending on your level of income. So you buy the dress and you take it over and you give it to her. Now, as a man, logically, you would think that that would like bond the relationship or make things better, or that she would really appreciate you for that. Now, she'll act like she likes it, and she will like it, but you've done too much. Would the indifferent guy do that? Would the asshole that all women want to be with do that? No, he wouldn't. See, you're supplicating to her. I know you think you're only showing your approval, but you have to follow the 2/3 rule. I'm not sure if that's Poon's rule or not, but for every 2/3 she does for you, you do 1/3 for her. Never do as much for her as she does for you. I know it doesn't make sense. It's not logical, but women don't think on a logical level. They think on an emotional level. So when you do something extravagant like that for her, because you felt like she did something extravagant for you, she will lose a little respect for you. You don't have to understand it. That's just the way it is. Do you understand how the sun goes around does the sun revolve around the earth? Anyway, let's say it this way. They've changed that a couple times. Who knows? Only what they tell us. Kind of like everything else on the news and in the world. History that constantly changes. But that's another subject. Okay, you don't have to understand how the tides work, let's say. But you have to accept it. The tide comes in, the tide goes out. You don't have to understand why women are like this. They just are. And this is what we have to work with. If you want that idealistic fairy tale Disney relationship, maybe it exists for some people. I would say it's the minute percent that it does exist for. For most of us guys, like myself, and probably you, or you wouldn't be here, that is exactly what it plays out to be, what they show it to be, a fairy tale. Okay, the reality is not like the movies and the TV and Disney, etc. If it were, we probably wouldn't watch it. It would be boring. We wouldn't have to watch it. All we would have to do is look around in our daily lives. That's why TV, movies, these things are so popular, because it's not reality. And people escape into this instead of facing reality and dealing with reality and learning how to navigate through reality of our life. Now, I believe we can create our reality or step into a certain reality, but we only have the materials to work with that we have here. We can't change the materials. And a woman is a certain material. just as a man is. They have their certain natures. We have to learn to work with those natures. We can't make them into something they're not, just like they can't make us into something we're not. So we have certain laws, natures of people, natures of women that we have to work with. Okay, and you can create a good relationship. Maybe not the fantasy relationship that you see on TV or in the movies, but you can do it. But you have to understand women. They're not like you. They don't think like you, if you're a man listening to me. We are different. We think differently. We react differently. We respond differently. So keep that in mind the next time you approach a woman. Indifference makes the difference. Don't be so excited about her if she treats you well. Don't be so ready to give her the world. These things will push her away. Be more stoic. Be more controlled. Be the indifferent alpha male asshole that women can't resist. Okay? That's all I have time for today. If this has been of value to you, you can donate my PayPal button there, $1, $2, whatever you think it was worth, 5, 10, 1,000, whatever value this brought into your life. You can just donate a little money if you like. And if you would like to get my help personally, my website is marksinspiration.com. Smash that like button now and subscribe. And thank you to my 1,340 subscribers. Maybe I got a new one last night. I'm gonna go. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you. I really do. I can't see you. I would rather speak to you in person. I would like to see all of you. Maybe someday. I'll catch up with you later.